Hey everyone, this is Karen Hooley, and I'm glad you're here. And we're starting today with Crochet, Coffee, and Chat. Today is Wednesday, December 2nd, and I hope everybody who's here will pop into the chat and let me know they're here. I already saw Linda and Brad are here. I'm so glad you guys are here. If you're following me after the fact or watching this after the fact, make sure to sign up for my newsletter. You can do that at my website, and I'll put on my screen the website address. So if you want to join me there, you can also follow me on Instagram, and that's also on the screen. And then I'm also on Facebook, and you can follow me there as well. So I hope you guys are doing well, and those of you in the United States had a really good Thanksgiving. If you're in the United States, let me know how your Thanksgiving was. Did you get to do anything? Did you spend your day crocheting? For me, it was just my family of four. My son flew in from the west side of the state. I think I mentioned that last time I was here. And that he was going to be coming in. So he came in that afternoon, and he spent 4 days with us, which was really nice. Thanksgiving, it was just the four of us. My husband grilled the turkey on the Traeger, and I did the rest of the stuff. So it was pretty low key. It was just the four of us. So it's really kind of interesting because I did not get any crochet done while he was here. I did not get any knitting done. In fact, last night was the first time I picked any sort of hook or needle to start working on my sweater. So my first sleeve is almost done now. I think I've got about, probably another 20 rows or so before I need to do the cuff. And then I can start the second sleeve. So that's about where I'm at with projects too. It's been kind of a crazy day, or a crazy week, I should say. I'm also having a crazy week this week. I don't know if you follow me on any of my social media sites, but I had I should mention this first. Thank you to everyone who shopped my Cyber Weekend sale. You guys are amazing. I mean, honestly, amazing. And you really support me and my small business. So I'm really excited that you guys are my followers. You guys are amazing. So but after the sale was over on Monday, yesterday morning, one of the things I was planning to do this month, and I was able to actually get my new hosting software on the Black Friday sales. And so yesterday I started to transfer my website to my new hosting. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be releasing some classes on my actual platform. And the hosting company I'm with is way, way, way too slow. And so I started it yesterday, and the old hosting company does not want to give up the ghost. I could not get my files off their system. So I have been running processes all night behind the scenes. And then this morning I was able to start transferring some files to the new hosting software. So if you try to get to my website right now, I am down. I'm hoping to be up by tomorrow morning. I am actually hoping that I might be done today. I'm almost done. I'm just looking at my screen here. I've got a big monitor, and then over here on my left-hand side, I've got a computer, my laptop screen open, and I'm watching the files go down to make sure there's no errors as they go down. So I'm hoping, guys, I'm really hoping by tonight everything will be up and running again. The thing about being a self-employed single woman show is that I have to do everything. Fortunately, I have a degree in computer science background, management information systems, and I understand how computers work and how things are supposed to go. It doesn't make it any simpler. So if you're one of those people who says, I hate technology, I don't want to do it, I'm there with you, even though I I know what I'm supposed to know what I'm doing. Let's put it that way. Dawn came in. Hi, Dawn. It's good to see you. Brad's mom. I didn't get to work on any yarny things, but I watched My Cat from Hell Hunt Man. There you go. You know, I love that show. I watch it every once in a while just for the fun of it. That's such a great one. You can't wait for those classes. I can't wait to offer them either. I'm going to be starting some of the recording this week, hopefully. And I was supposed to start recording last week, but with my son here, it just didn't happen. So I'll be working on those. The other thing, I don't know if you've noticed on my screen, I have I'm using a new software, Go Live. One of the things I was able to do last week is really think about how I'm doing my videos and where they're being loaded. So I remember I mentioned that I'm going to be using Rumble, I'm going to be using YouTube, and I was talking about getting away from Facebook. I went back through my surveys, and I cannot tell you how many people asked me to stay on Facebook. So what this software will allow me to do is it will allow me to record these. I'm not recording them right now, but I can. And it allows me to stream to multiple sites at the same time. So I'm trying this today just with YouTube, just to see how it works. But it allows me to do all these little fancy things, like put my logo up in the corner and put my name on the screen. And then I can do stuff like this, where I can post one of your questions on my screen and answer it. So I'm going to be utilizing that in the future. If someone here is on Facebook, I'll get both of my YouTube comments and the Facebook comments all in one chat, so that I can pop back and forth and make sure I'm answering everybody. So it's actually kind of cool. Kind of a cool software. As I learn to use it, you guys might find some new things, but just the fact that I'm able to use it on multiple platforms is terrific. I've been trying to find a way for a long time how to be able to stream both places at the same time and record it if I need to. So there you go. So how is everybody doing? Anybody have any questions for me? I was going to talk a little bit about some of the things I just noticed on some surveys. And but before I get to that, I just want to see if anybody has any questions for me, wants to talk about something, anything along those lines. I'd love to hear from you. And my cup, this is supposed to be solid blue and the paint's chipping, so I apologize if it looks funny. I need to get a wire scrubbing pad and just take all that blue off and make it silver. So nobody has any questions for me? The thing I wanted to talk about, so let's do it this way. The thing I really want to talk about is a lot of people, my initial survey in August is when I did my first initial survey. The one thing they said is I can't remember the percentage now, but I want to say it's over 70% of people wanted to know what it takes to become a designer. And then what I've done since August is for every new subscriber person, people who have not been on the newsletter since I sent out that survey, when they've been on the newsletter for a month, I send them that same survey. The questions are a little bit different order, and I corrected a few things that were that didn't make sense with the first survey, so that I would get more definitive answers. And I have probably since August about 10 people have actually answered the survey. There's a few people who started and didn't finish, that kind of thing. I've had a whole lot more subscribers, but they're not answering the survey. So, but of the new survey and the old survey, one was 80% and the other was over 70% of the respondents want to learn what it takes to be a designer. So Oh, hang on one sec here. Brett says, I'm going to put you on the screen. You can't find the name of the Emma's yarn that I made. It's Gypsy Market. She may not have it on her list right now. If you are interested in buying that yarn, I would contact Emma's Yarn and ask her if it's a color that she's still doing. She sent it to me about a year ago, so I don't know that if it was a special dye or if it was a repeatable one. So you might want to check with her on that just to find out. Okay, so let me get back to what I was talking about. So are those of you that are here, I know there's only 2 of you right now, but are you interested in information about becoming a designer? Because my thought was, and I have been thinking about this for a while, is actually writing a book on, because I've been in the industry for 22 years. I've seen a lot. I've done pretty much everything that you could possibly do as a designer, whether it's designing for myself, designing for magazines. Don, when did you join my newsletter? You've been around for a long time. Back in August, I sent the survey. And then if you're a new subscriber since August, you should receive it about a month after you subscribed. If you didn't, shoot me an email at Karen@KarenHooley.com and remind me to send you the link to the survey, and I can have you fill it out if you're interested. I'm thinking about writing a book on Queen of Hearts, I think. I did one last week. The last newsletter, I believe, had a survey in it, Linda. It was about taking classes, what days of the week, times and stuff like that. I don't know if you saw that survey. Queen of Hearts. So when you say Queen of Hearts, I think, is that when you registered for my newsletter? That was the case when it came out or when you were testing for me. So I can check on and see if you even got the survey. So, okay, you tested it for me. So that's when you joined my newsletter. Okay, so let me take a look and I can find, but definitely shoot me an email to remind me after this so that I don't forget to send you the survey if I'm seeing that you didn't fill it out. Let me get back to what I was saying. So those are the 2 of you that are here so far. Are you guys interested in the book on what it takes to be a designer? Like everything from setting up your business and accounting to how to find calls for proposals from magazines and yarn companies to teaching to creating your own patterns, how to write patterns, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'd appreciate that. The other thing too is other people have been asking, and this is kind of going through all of my surveys. A lot of people have been saying that they wish more designers would answer them, I guess is the best way, not contact them, but answer them. And so if you have ever tried to email me or send me a letter in the mail, because I do get, it's funny, I do get letters from people that aren't online. If you've ever tried to contact me and I haven't responded, always give me about a week and then hit me up again, because I try not to lose things and I try to answer every single email. So if I am a culprit of not responding to you, please let me know. You would be interested, Don, and I would be interested in writing your own patterns and teaching, but I'm too old to set up a business. So when you say you would be interested in writing your own patterns, you wouldn't want to sell them, because if you sell them, that would be a business. If you're just giving them away for free, it wouldn't be a business. If you're teaching and you're getting paid to teach, it's a business. If you are teaching for free, if you go to a local guild meeting or a group that you meet with and you teach them, then you're not getting paid for it, then it's not a business. So if you're getting paid, federal and state laws, for the most part, require that you have a business license and all that. So clarify for me what you're looking for right there, Linda. I'd appreciate it. Anybody else have any questions? I saw a couple people pop in. So if you're here, make sure you say hello. We're talking about people asking me about becoming a designer. So I wanted to just answer any questions on that. Find out what kind of things you're looking for, because this is something for the last couple of years I've been thinking about doing, and I really think that if nothing else, by the end of 2021, I want to have a good start on a book like this, maybe some blog posts, stuff like that too. And if you're interested, you can always contact me too and ask me for mentoring information. I'm glad to answer questions. If you're thinking that if you've got this design that you'd love to see in a magazine, let me know what I can do to help you to contact a magazine, finding the right magazine, because that's part of being a designer, is that when you design something and you think it would be great for a magazine, you've got to make sure that what it is you're designing is a good fit for the magazine that you want to have your piece in. Does that make sense? So that's important. Okay, you mean wrap patterns for teach friends and family if they're interested. Okay, no, they start cheating you. Yes, I know. That's why I do mostly live events at this point, because I used to do Michaels. Michaels didn't really cheat me, but it was hard. They weren't real great. At least my local Michaels at that time was not great at marketing people. I was always getting the same people in the classes, and then they would repeat my classes, and no one would sign up because the people who were taking my classes wanted new stuff and not old stuff. So yeah, I get that. Okay, so if you're writing patterns for yourself so you can just repeat them, then I'm going to recommend that you just get a notebook and write down row by row what you're doing if it's something that you want to do. So if it's a blanket, chain 100 and whatever, and then row 1, double crochet 10 times, whatever it is, 100 times, and the next row, maybe you're doing cross double crochet, so you write down what you did there. You don't have to write it out as a pattern if you're writing them just for yourself. If you're teaching family and friends, there's really nothing. You teach the way you want to teach. When you're going to teach for a live event or at a store or something like that, then what I recommend, I can also help with that too, but what I highly recommend is taking the Craft Yarn Council's instructors course. It's well worth it. You can do the self-paced one, or you can do a live one if they come locally to you or you're willing to travel. Those are two ways you can do it. And I've done it. I did it live because I was teaching at a Crochet Guild of America event, and they offered those classes after the event was over, or no, before the event started. So I flew in a few days early, took the class live, and then taught my classes there. Wanted you to come in and get people to sign up for classes, but they didn't want to pay me. Yeah, that's the way it is everywhere, Linda. Because you're not an employee at the store in that respect. You're a contractor, so they only pay you when you're actually doing your classes. That's true with any store. I had to quarterly go in for a couple hours. They did not pay me at Michael's and do my classes basically. So it was interesting. They just don't do that. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. Unless things have changed at Michael's. When I was doing it, the same thing. They didn't pay me to come in and pitch my classes to people. So anyway, that is the deal with that. Other than that, I really didn't have a whole lot to say this week because I haven't done a whole lot this week. I'm a little stressed about my website. So, oh, they took 50%. Oh, wow. Okay. That's high. That I didn't get that. I didn't have that problem. So Joann's would not be the place I would go. So, yeah, I would, if you're going to teach somewhere, I'll be honest with you, the best place, and I've heard this from a lot of teachers, that whether they're, national instructors or just local people, is Hobby Lobby is the best place to teach classes because they don't take anything. The key though with that is you're not an employee or a contractor, so you have to book the classroom yourself for whatever time you want to teach. And then you do have to go in and pitch your classes. They'll also put, signups and stuff like that for the classes, but you take all the payments yourself. And it's just basically like renting a room and teaching the classes and having people pay you when they come in. And you take, signups, and they'll have sign-up sheets and things like that. So that people are coming. But that's what it was like a year ago. One of my editors, actually, she no longer is an editor for a book company, and I'm not going to mention where she's from because I want to preserve her privacy. But she started teaching classes at Hobby Lobby, and she said that it was amazing how she was able to build a following, and she still does it. I mean, she's got classes that just kind of roll into each other, that she starts with her beginners and then she keeps rolling into classes. So, and then she starts back again with beginners, and then she gets, more students that way. So, that's something to think about. If you really want to teach outside of the home, but again, it's going to be a business. So, you're still going to have to report your earnings and taxes and all that stuff. So, that's kind of how it works. So, but if you're interested in that, I will definitely, I'd like to write a book so that I have everything in one place, but I'm also thinking about breaking out different pieces of being a designer and giving those as blog posts so that people who are interested in being a designer or a teacher or, whatever else in the industry. I mean, I'm not a tech editor. I hire tech editors, but I can give you some basic information about what it means to be a tech editor. And if you want to pursue that, I can give you the names of a few tech editors who mentor people. So you can do that as well. The other thing is that if you are a member of the Crochet Guild of America, they have a professional development program, and you can get a mentor through CGOA. So that's another option. I am no longer mentoring through CGOA. I haven't for quite a while, but I have mentored several designers who are out there still designing. So I am glad to help, though, when anybody has a question. So that's just me. I don't mind. I think that if everyone is successful, if you're successful, I'm successful, and the whole industry becomes successful. So that's what's important to me. So does anybody else have any questions? It doesn't have to be on this topic. It can be on something else. I think I've mentioned that I'm not going to have any more pattern releases through the end of the year, but I will have one in January. Actually, two in January. One happens on January 1st when the year turns over. My newsletter subscribers get a brand new free pattern, and then anybody who subscribes through the year will get that pattern as well. And then I have one at the end of January. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you guys, and I keep forgetting. Every week I remember after the fact. So I'm glad I remembered it today. One of the things I'm doing in 2021 is I want to work with more yarn companies in shops who may have their own dye lines. And what I want to do is be able to offer, I'm sure you've seen this with a lot of knitting designers. They'll release a new pattern, and They have all these different dyers and shops putting together kits for that pattern. May not be the exact yarn that was used in the pattern, but they offer their own so that, crocheters and knitters can see what, other options there are besides the color option I used for my pattern. And I'm working right now to build up my my shops and dyers newsletter. So if you have a favorite dyer or a favorite shop that has their own yarns or tends to do a lot of kits, send them my way. On Instagram, I have a post about it, but send them to my website, to the wholesale page of my website, and tell them to sign up for my newsletter, because the very first pattern I'm releasing at the end of January, I'm hoping to have a few yarn companies that are going to kit colors for that project. So if you have anybody that you'd like to work with me, let them know and tell them to sign up for my newsletter. Of course, they can't do that right now because my site is down, but tomorrow or later, it'll definitely be up and running. So if you guys can help me out word of mouth, that would be awesome. I would appreciate that. Okay, I am done with all of the things that I need to talk about. So unless you guys have questions for me, I'm going to go. You guys can probably tell I'm a little preoccupied today. This website thing is starting to stress me out. So I'm having a really hard time with it. I hate it when technology is not doing what it's supposed to. So, but I'm glad I was able to test out the software today. And if you have any questions for me, you know where to find me. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and say goodbye, and I will see you next week. And next week, I should have a lot to talk about because I've got a lot going on behind the scenes. So, and if you, in the meantime, between now and next week, if you have any questions, send me an email and let me say, hey, Karen, will you talk about this on the live video? And I'll do that, or I'll at least research it if it's something I'm not super well versed on. And if it's something that I need to do a whole thing on its own, I'll let you know. Okay. So have a great week. I'll see you next time. And yes, I know, Linda, stress is not allowed. Hoping that by mid-afternoon, all my stress will be gone. So anyway, have a great day. I will see you next week. And and I should probably mention again that if you are watching after the fact, you can learn more about me, my website, and that's listed down at the bottom. You can also follow me on Instagram, and I am at Karen Hooley on Instagram. You can also follow me on Facebook, and that's facebook.com/Karen Hooley Official. And then also make sure you hit the subscribe button at the bottom of this video so that you'll know next time I go live. So everybody have a great week. I will see you next time. Talk to you later. Bye.